Hey guys, I'm Colwen, come back with another Transformers video, and here I have two P-38 Lightnings by Lockheed Martin. Now, no, these aren't exactly the P-38 Lightnings. These are heavily inspired by the P-38 Lightning. This is Transformers Hunt for Decepticons Highbrow and Transformers GDO Powerdive. Both came out around 2010, 2011. My Powerdive is missing a part up here on the back. So other than discussing its paint job and other things, we're kind of just stick him in the back over there. So P-38 Lightning, the real one, the cockpit is further up here, and the fuselage for the main body is a lot shorter. They did not have these beautiful Gatling guns on the side, and the wings were a lot longer. P-38 Lightning was used in the Pacific theater of World War II. Not so much in the European one, because in the European one, there was a lot more high-altitude dogfights between aircrafts during World War II. In the Pacific theater, it was a lot more ground attack runs, and that's what the P-38 Lightning was really good at. It was really good at low-altitude pursuit, low-altitude air-to-ground attacks. Like, yeah, it didn't carry a whole lot of missiles, but it would carry some bombs occasionally. Like, missiles like this probably wouldn't have existed back during World War II, but they look great on this guy, don't they? And even though they changed things around, like these big old engine turbines wouldn't be on the real one, and these vents would be further back on the fuselage, and a whole bunch of different things. But like this, the way they reinterpreted, the way they put their own spin on it, got the guns up front. It's got the real one has 3 props, not 4, but that's cool for being able to do this. There's extra vents, extra nozzles. You gotta appreciate all the really cool riveted detailing. Yes, mine is, much like my Skyhammer, is repainted. I added silver bits here and there. Let's take a quick look. Now, this one was easily accessible as a Voyager at about $15, $20 at Walmart, Target, etc. This guy, though, GDO Powerdive, you gotta appreciate, look at the mean-looking shark thing going on here. That's cool looking. I don't know what DC stands for. That's a Decepticon logo back there. But this guy was a Toys R Us exclusive in the GDO line. It was like can't remember what GDO stands for, but it was like an international line or something like that. And really, he's got the nice dark green paint. He's got the lighter green olive. His weapons are molded in purple, probably because they got molded along with his wheels. I did repaint the guns. Otherwise, just repainting the guns. That was all I did with this guy, and I added some red to the missiles. So let's go ahead and put him back there again. And we can bring in my comparisons. Here is Film Noir Spider-Man. We got Soda Can. We got Hubcap. And we've got Scourge. And, that's kind of interesting. That it's not exact scale, but they actually do scale together fairly well. I think the car would probably be maybe, a third shorter, and maybe the truck might be a little bit smaller also. But they scale pretty well together. That's kind of fun. And, of course, we need to bring in the Barricade and Dead Autobot. Let me put you off to the side over here. Oh. I have them right here. We might as well get them side by side. Now, I really, really think the Russian Hind would be a lot bigger than the P-38 Lightning. However, for posing and doing dog fights and stuff, these guys actually look pretty good together. This one definitely looks a lot more advanced. I'll give you that. Let's go ahead and get into transformation. And along the way, I want to show off a couple little fan modes I have. So first thing you got to do with this guy is you got to pop up these panels on the back of his engines. And those are going to swing back on this double hinge right here. Like so. Now, I'm pretty sure you've noticed this thing keeps falling apart on me. Yeah, so right here. Originally, there was a little plastic bar that went across the spot here so that you could peg it together like this. Somebody, not me, one of my friends actually, I was telling him how to transform it, and he had it like this, and I said, pull it apart, and he went like that. I'm pretty sure that would be a snap, which is exactly what happened. He snapped off the plastic bit, not realizing that I meant, you know. So when you're, this is actually a common thing to get broken on this guy, so make sure to always do that. Okay. Now on mine, of course, mine doesn't matter. I got multiple ways to transform them now, except for it doesn't stay together. Some nail polish would probably fix that. So continuing on with fan modes, you'd have to do this anyways for transforming. And then you can fold this up here. Oh! Can you hear that? It's starting to hail. It's sounding nice. Keep that stuff pegged together and lift up the landing gear. And to me, this is kind of like some type of, you know, mid-flight supercharge mode. He's exposing the engines out and overcharging the engines or something. It's a thing you can do. You can even fold the wings down. And you're going to do that anyways for transformation. And now you've got a sleeker mode to do that with. And hey, let's go ahead and pop up the cockpit here. And we can open the cockpit up. And now we've got a hidden engine back here we can use for like flight maneuvering or something. I don't know. It's a fun thing you can do, and I like doing it. Let's keep going, though. Let's take the wings, the engines, and... No. It has to go like that. It has to go like that because the feet turn around like this. The feet turn around like this. And now we can have them in like a Gerwalk mode. And let's make the Gerwalk mode more efficient. Let's go ahead and come up here. We see these silver bits here. Those are part of the multi-hinge, double hinge, 2 hinges? Yeah. 2 hinges to bring down the side fuselage. So let's look this back up here. Let's come back here. So we have all this in here, and that's going to come down like that. And peg his hips together. And now we can really get his feet up underneath him and get a real nice... Let's bring the cockpit up. Like give him like a high aerial view kind of. And we can bring down these engines and rearrange his guns. Heck, right now we could even probably expose his hands and have him hold his guns in his hands regularly. And now we've got something that absolutely looks like it's something straight out of Metal Slug. This thing just looks intense. I love this mode. Let's go ahead and flip out his hands and move the guns up to the front. There we go. Now we absolutely rocking Metal Slug territory here now, aren't we? Oh, I like that. Let's keep going, though. Let's go ahead and stand him up proper. Turn his legs around, facing forward. Turn his feet back around. And, like, his feet are supposed to come downwards like this on that hinge. But if you want to, you can use this back fin part and like extend out his feet backwards. Straighten those arms back out. There's a hinge right here, so you can have his hands facing forward. And now we can have our epic head reveal. Gotta position the nose cone around a little bit, get his shoulders out of the way, get his blades out of the way. Actually, this one, let's take the gun off and put that back there. Close the hand back in, and we can open up the propeller blade. And yeah, here we have Powerdive in his robot mode. So let me bring in my comparisons. We've got Scourge, we've got Hubcap, Film Noir Spider-Man, we've got Soda Can. You know, one of the fun things about the P-38 Lightning is there's a guy named Dick Bong. I kid you not, look it up. That was an ace pilot, and he was really skilled with the P-38 Lightning. Here's the dead Autobot and Barricade. And because here we have Skyhammer, and here we have GDO Powerdive. So, this guy all around holds up really well, even being going on 15 years old. Wow, this guy's 15 years old. But like, they both have their nice little styles going about him. He's got the dark green, and like, I love it how very little is exposed when he transforms from vehicle to robot. Like, you expose his backpack bit, and you expose the back of the thighs, and you expose a head. Otherwise, the entirety of the vehicle mode becomes something for the robot. I like to keep his jetpack closed up to keep them distinct. Let me bring Powerdive back in here for a little bit longer, actually. While Highbrow has the lighter green, the Powerdive has a nice darker green, and their heads, really the only difference between the two figures is the heads. The Powerdive has this more modern jet fighter style looking head going on. Let me bring them closer to the camera. Come on. And Powerdive has a older style bomber pilot goggles thing going on. And can you see the light piping in Powerdive? That's some really good light piping right there. And his visor can lower up and down, which is really nice. Highbrow has some really nice light piping also. And again, you can close his goggles down. I'm kind of torn on the head sculpt. Like this, overall, I really don't care for the head sculpts on either one of these guys, but the toy overall makes up for the weird head, in my opinion. Articulation. Let me go ahead and pull his guns off and put them off to the side. He's got the swivel there in the head. I'm not sure what that pin through the side of the head is for. If anything, it's got to be something to do with just assembling it. I really don't know. Oh, no. That pin is for the hinge on the goggles. Okay, then. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. He's got a universal jointed shoulder. He's got an at-the-shoulder swivel. Nice, just over 90-degree elbow. But, like, he's got this weird bulky mass going on up here. No wrist articulation, and his fingers are actually kind of funny. Like, they just look like very basic plain robot fingers with this random armor on the back. But you can use his propellers up front like melee weapons, which is cool. His wings can move out of the way. There is no waist articulation, absolutely due to transformation, but it's fine. It's fine. I like all the tech detailing up along here and stuff. Like, really, this is G1 transformation with Bayverse detailing. Universal hips, at the hip swivel, nice knee bend. He's got a bunch of stuff going on here with the feet. He's got this huge backwards and forwards ankle. He's got a swivel there. He's got these fins that maneuver around for transformation. But if you're so inclined, you can make him almost half an inch taller just by repositioning his feet. It's really neat. And like I was saying, even though he's got no waist articulation, you can still get some incredibly cool poses out of him. So let's wrap this up. Like, this guy's really fun figure. They both are. Unfortunately, that brings me to if you're going to get one of your own. This guy, mint condition, unpainted, unmodified, complete with instructions, is on eBay for like $70. He was 20 bucks back in 2010. Sealed in the box, he's like 150. So I can't recommend this guy enough, except for he is one of those hidden gems that people know the value of, and if you're gonna go track one down, you're gonna have to hunt around for it. And yeah, but nah, it's a really good figure. I really think you should spend the money and get one. They don't make them this way anymore. I've been Colwen. This has been Highbrow and GDO Powerdive as P38 Lightnings. I think they're great. Go get one if you can handle the cost. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.